Hello guys, in this video we want to be telling you guys how to breed meat rabbits. Especially for those of you guys that want to go into rabbit farming based on breeding meat rabbits. This video is for you. So this video is how to breed meat rabbits. So if this is your first time coming across our channel, here in our channel we teach you how to become a successful rabbit farmer, a successful rabbit breeder, and also a pet owner. So if that's what you find interesting, consider liking this video and subscribing to our YouTube channel. We also do videos on other livestock farming too, like poultry farming, fish farming, snail farming, and others. So if you are someone into livestock farming, you should be a member of this family. Yes. So breeding meat rabbit, when to start breeding your female rabbits versus when to start breeding your male rabbits. What is the accurate time that you're supposed to start breeding your female rabbits, and when is the accurate time that a male rabbit will be active enough to start crossing a female? So a lot of people do find this very confusing, especially because many people say you can breed your female rabbit from 4 months, you can breed them 4 months and they can still get pregnant. Yes, you can always breed your female rabbit 4 months, but for my own, I prefer giving them a lot of time. 5 to 6 months is great for female rabbits to start breeding. And you can breed your female rabbit at 5 months or 6 months, and that's really perfect. But 4 months, I think, is too early to start breeding the female rabbit. Although a lot of people say it's good, but for me, that's not the advice I'm giving. 5 months is the accurate time to breed if it is the female rabbit. Then if it is the male rabbit take a lot of time before they start knowing what they are going to do, like before they start figuring out how to actually breed. So their own takes longer time. Male rabbits can take them like 7 months, 8 months before they can actually start breeding, before they can actually be active to start breeding the female. So the males take longer time, then the female take lower time. The female 5 months, 6 months, some of them even 4 months, they get ripe for breeding and you can breed them. But for the males, they take longer time. So the males take about 7 months to 8 months before they can start. The next thing I want to be talking about is who can actually breed who. Yes, a lot of people do find it confusing and they ask questions like, can I breed the babies of my female rabbit to the babies of this other female rabbit? Or about all this inbreeding of a thing, can I breed brother to sister? Can I breed sister to brother? I'm going to be explaining that to you guys. So when rabbits gives birth, like if a rabbit gives birth to like 5 kids, they call them a litter. Like the rabbit litters 5 kids. So the only time you cannot breed each other is when they are coming from one particular litter. So let's take for instance, my New Zealand white rabbit gave birth to 5 babies. She gave birth to 3 females and 2 males. Those 3 females and 2 males cannot cross each other, should not cross each other. But if she gives birth again, you can actually cross the second litter to the first litter of kids, and that's really fine. Even if they are coming from the same father, that's really fine. You can always cross them, but they should not be coming from the same litter. That's just it. They should not be coming from the same litter. If not, they might be having issues. So you should not cross siblings from the same litter. Like if there is 5 babies coming from the same mother, you should not cross in any of those 5 should not cross each other, but they can always cross others. Yes, they can always cross others, and that's really perfect. So what is the appropriate time to retire your old breeders? Your female rabbit that have been giving birth, what is the appropriate time to stop crossing them? Maybe because they have become old, or what's the appropriate time to say, okay, this female rabbit is old enough to stop breeding, I should not be breeding her again, she should not be giving me babies again because she's old. Okay, there are a lot of things that comes into consideration when actually doing this. A lot of female rabbits do give birth to many kids even after they have reached like 2 years, 3 years. Yes, although a lot of people say when they are up to 3 years you should not breed them again and all of that. Yeah, I don't really believe in all those kind of things. But if you want to like select your breeders, like to know when to stop breeding your females, it should be when they have stopped giving you plenty number of babies. Because when they tend to start getting old, like when the female rabbit gets to about 2 years plus or 3 years, they tend to start reducing in the litter size. They don't give birth to plenty babies again, so they will not be maximizing your profit. Yes, you need to look for a way to maximize profit when you are doing meat rabbit. So if your female rabbit is not giving birth to plenty babies again, then you can now remove her from your breeding stock and try and select a new doe. But as far as she's giving you a lot of kids, like 6 kids or the number she was giving, if she's still giving that, then you can still keep her in your breeding stock, and she should still be crossing even up to 4 years. There is no issue. Yes, even up to 4 years. So They know like exact time that you say, okay, if this female rabbit gets to 3 years, she should not be breeding again. No, they can always cross to you as far as they're still giving birth to a lot of babies. Even also with the males too, that's also the same thing too. Okay, I want to also be telling you guys how to select breeders. Let's take, for instance, you want to replace any of your female rabbits that is old, or you don't want to cross her again because she's not giving birth to plenty kids. I want to tell you guys how to select your new breeders, or how to select breeders for your rabbit farm. When I say breeders, like rabbits that are going to be your breeding stock, that are going to be producing babies for you. So how to actually select these breeders? You need to look for females that give birth to high litters. You look for females that are good mothers, that used to prepare their nest very, very well. When I say prepare their nest, like female rabbit that used to pull their fur. They pull their fur, put it for their babies, then give their babies birth very well, give birth to their babies very well. Then they pull their fur, cover their babies for cold. They arrange the hay you put, they arrange the nesting box very well. They don't lose too much kids. These are the kind of females you need to look out for. You need to check them, then pick from their babies, because mostly there's always like it's always like kind of like hereditary. If a female rabbit is giving birth to 9 kids, 10 kids, one of her babies will surely be giving birth, or all of her babies might still have that gene in them to be giving birth to plenty kids. So if a female rabbit is a good mother, taking care of all her kids, 1 or 2 of her babies, or all her babies will also be a good mother and will also be taking care of their kids. So when you want to select your breeders, you need to look out for these females that are always giving birth to plenty kids and always taking care of the kids, not just giving birth to plenty kids and losing all of them. Giving birth to plenty kids and taking care of all the kids they are giving birth to, preparing their nesting box well, preparing the pulling their fur for the kids, breastfeeding the kids and all. So when selecting your breeders, look out for this particular female that do have all these good traits in them, so that you select good breeders and your farm keeps going well. Yeah. So the next thing I want to be talking about is how long rest time. Let's say, for instance, you have separated the old kids your female rabbit gave birth to. How long rest time will you need to give her before she breed again? Like, how long rest time will you need to give her after separating a baby she gave birth to? How long rest time do you need to give her before you cross her again? So for me, in my family, I do 1 week. After the kids are 6 weeks, I separate the kids from their mother. Then I give her 1 week. Then I can now cross her again after like 6 weeks. So rest time 1 week. After you have separated the kids, you can always give the female rabbit 1 week. Then you can cross her again. You don't need to give her maybe 1 month or no. So if you still prefer, you can still give her any amount of time, but 1 week should be like the minimum time you give her. 1 week should be like the minimum time you give her to rest. Although a lot of people do 3 days, yes, it's still really fine. Depends on the kind of standard you keep, but I'm telling you what I do. 1 week is what I do in my farm. So if you think you can also do that too, that's great. So this is one of our New Zealand black female rabbits that we are going to be breeding. This particular female rabbit, I weaned her kids like 1 week ago, so we are going to be breeding her very soon. Yes, we are going to be breeding her. So this is the female rabbit. I gave her like 1 week rest and I want to be breeding her. So when you want to breed your rabbit, you just need to take the female to the male cage. Yes, you need to take the female to the male cage. Not about any other thing, but because if you take the female to the male cage, the male will go down straight to business. It will just start breeding her immediately. But if you bring the male down to the female cage, the male will start sniffing around the cage to check if there are other females around, and the female will have like, you know, that kind of territorial behavior over the male and try to attack the female, and it might end up castrating the female because it is her territory. Yes, so it's preferable you take the female to the male cage when you want to breed her. So this is a New Zealand black female rabbit, and that's what we are going to be breeding with our New Zealand white male. This is our New Zealand white male rabbit here. We just opened the cage here, and as you can see, we are going to be taking the female rabbit into this particular cage so that we are going to breed it, and we are going to be showing you guys on our next episode how to breed the meat rabbit. Yes, that's what we are going to be showing you guys on the next episode. I hope you guys have learned some few things in this video. I didn't want to make this video too long, so that's why I want to make it in another part again. So in the next episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how to breed the female rabbit to your male rabbit. So that's what I'm going to be doing in our next episode, either first breeding or just putting it down to the cage. I'm going to be showing it to you guys. So for those of you guys who would love to see that video, just do well to turn on the notification bell on this our channel, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on the notification bell so that when we post that video, YouTube is going to notify you that we have posted a video. YouTube is going to send you a notification that African Rabbit Farmer just posted a video so that you come and watch it. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Thank you. Do have a nice day, and once again, as I always say, peace.